Glenn Parker High Vibration Foundation. Thank you very much for joining me. First, I love this shirt. It's like found this at one of the thrift stores locally. I don't know. I just kind of fell in love with it. I love this type of cut. So, don't know why I want to share that, but I do. Love it. So, I was having a conversation with someone today, and I flashed back to something funny. So I just wanted to share something. I used to, I had an ex-girlfriend, I don't know, like 2008, and lovely redhead, always lots of fire in the heart and in the root chakra for redheads, thus far that I found. And so I used to go and I would predominantly stay with her, and she had a roommate, nice guy, actor, and so I'm usually very kind and courteous when I'm in that environment, especially when I'm a guest, right? And I'm doing dishes, and I'm doing dishes, and I'm doing dishes, and I would do her roommate's dishes. If I was doing dishes and her roommate's dishes were in there, because they would segregate theirs out, and they would do their own dishes. Makes sense. And be responsible for your own stuff. I would do his dishes. So no quarrels there, but I would, not only do our dishes as a couple, but I would do any dishes that were, left over that she might have in there. And clean up whatever, the kitchen and whatnot, over and above, what normally would be done. And I'm an only child, and parents worked, so latchkey kid, so I predominantly got used to getting shit done myself, right? And I could pretty much tend to myself, get my dishes done, and I would even feed and cook and go grocery shopping when I was, 10, 11, 12. I would run down the grocery store and grab some steak and some top ramen and come back, and put some stuff in there, and boom, had a meal. It's either that or wait till they get home, and Mongo would be really hungry by then. So, she took quarrel with the fact that I would use a lot more soap, because, I'm just like, I like things clean when I clean things. So I'd use a lot more soap than she would. Very frugal person, and watched every penny, which is all good. And she's like, over time, she's like, you use a lot of soap, and, I'm kind of out of soap now. Would you mind buying some soap? Oh, she didn't say, would you mind? She said, can you buy me some soap? I'm like, I do the dishes as a couple, as a courtesy, and I do your roommate's dishes, and it's like, well, you don't have to do that. I'm like, okay. And, that was obviously my choice. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll buy you some soap. But I don't know, I just think that is maybe a deal breaker, maybe a little nitpicky. It's like, I'm doing the dishes, and I'm cleaning, the kitchen. I'm doing things over and above what normally would be done. So I don't know. It's just, maybe that's a pet peeve of me. If I'm a frugal person, but, I don't worry about that stuff. I bought, stuff today for someone, and, it was groceries, and they were with me, and, they had a few things. I'm like, yeah, throw that in there, no worries. And, but I've always been like that, so, I don't really sweat that type of stuff. So I don't know, I have no idea what to label this. I don't know, curious behaviors, something like that. Has anybody else had behaviors like that? What are your deal breakers? I mean, what kind of things are the things, what kind of pet peeves do you have? It's not really a pet peeve, but it was always a quarrel over money, I think, was the bottom line. It was always something like, well, I just bought groceries, and, well, actually, I'll give you another example. So, we go to, like, an Indian restaurant, lovely place, and have an epic amount of Indian food with the intention of bringing a lot of stuff back so we wouldn't have to do anything else or cook for the weekend. A lot of times we would stop by Whole Foods or Trader Joe's and stock up to make sure for playtime it was, wake up, have sex, eat, nap, and that was pretty much the progression, repeat all day. So going out and getting food and foraging for food interfered with playtime. So we'd always stock up. So, and I'd give her money or I'd buy food, or I'd just go grocery shopping and bring stuff. So I spent like $40, $50 in Indian food to bring back, and we ate there and we brought it back, and then so like that next week she's like, well, I spent so and so in groceries, $25, would you mind reimbursing me for some of that? I'm like, sure, but we went out to eat, and I just spent $50. So if you're looking for equity, don't you owe me some money? It was like, I was saying it playfully because I didn't really care, until it was brought up. And then she's like, well, yeah. I was like, oh, okay, here's $25. It's all good. It's a lot easier to have harmony. But as a long-term type of thing, it does wear on the soul a little bit. So I just thought I'd share that. I don't know why it felt like sharing. It must be going to be relevant for someone else. Through synchronicity, someone will find that and go, yeah, I'm with you, brother. So thank you very much for joining me. Again, Glenn Parker, High Vibration Foundation, coaching life, business, and spiritual. There's always a lot of stuff going on down below. I've been intending to do like a group calendar for all the different channels and the Conscious Life Expo and things like that. Just put all those types of things. The Parma Festival is this weekend. I think it's San Diego, San Francisco. There's a big distance between the two, but it's one of those sands. I want stuff like that in a group calendar that on the foundation website that anybody can go through and look and find things in their area. So that's in the works. And please do like, subscribe, and share.